So, the question, what are you really capable of? Hello and welcome to Perspectives. I'm Randy Taylor, founder of TaylorMade Leadership, creator of The Winner Within and Elevate Training and Development Programs, and author of The Lost Journals and Elevate, and an eternal believer in your ability to become absolutely anything that you can imagine. That is the focus of today's discussion here. My job in this feature called Perspectives, which actually began in its written form many years ago, probably 14 years ago, was perhaps to help people to see a pathway forward to where it is that they wanted to be, or potentially where they could end up becoming, and what was possible for them. So this feature that I've been writing for the past 14 years was about everyday experiences and things that happen to you and I in life, of what happened at home and what happened at work and what happened on the highway and what happened on vacation, and then trying to define what is the lesson from that. And so early on, that became the function and the framework of what Perspectives was all about. And I was having this conversation with a client the other day and talking about a Perspectives that I had written a number of years ago, and it was about being in downtown Toronto and caught in traffic, and I was sitting at a traffic light, and I looked over beside me, and there was a cab driver beside me, and he looked at me, and I looked at him, and we smiled. And in that moment, for some reason, this thought came into my head, and I looked and went, oh my gosh, look at this guy. He's a neurosurgeon without training, right? Isn't that true? And when I wrote the piece later and shared it with all of my contacts and database and everything, the feedback from this was enormous. When that light went off for so many people that read this story, that started to realize and started to agree to say, the guy in the cab, could he make the decision? Any cab driver in this city, could anyone make the decision? And nothing wrong with driving a cab. If that's what you want to do with your life, it is not for me to tell people what they should be doing. But if he wanted to do something else with his life, let's say he wanted to become a neurosurgeon, could he become a neurosurgeon? What's the answer? The answer is yes. Could you become a neurosurgeon? The answer is yes. Is it going to be easy? No. Is it going to take challenges? No. Of course it's going to. Are you going to have to go back to school and find the money and go through all the balancing act of being able to do it? But could you in fact become a neurosurgeon? And the answer is yes. And so this reaction that I had from people, I'm hoping that that is your kind of visceral reaction right now to say, wow, really? Could I do that? Could I start where I am right now? And so many times people will say, well, at this stage in my life, that's not possible. Harlan Sanders was 65 years old when he put on that goofy white suit and drove all over the United States trying to sell his basic recipe of 11 herbs and spices, and beginning at age 65, created one of the greatest fast food franchises in the world. So it's not about our age. It's about the commitment to say, I'm going to do this. I want to become that. I want my life to represent that. And that's what this process is about. If it's to become a neurosurgeon, you can do it. If it's to start your own company, you can do it. If it's to become a doctor, you can do it. If it's to go into the woods and build a cabin and feed the squirrels, right, then you can do it. And that's what this is all about. So understand that we're all the cab driver. We're all the blank canvas. And there's not one of us that does not have the capacity to go and take in the knowledge to become absolutely anything that we want to be. I invite you and everyone to join us. Click on the subscribe button here for TaylorMade Leadership, and our YouTube channel will be letting you know about future videos and talks coming up, about one a week coming up in the future. And of course, share this with your family and friends. It's my great passion in life to be able to share this with as many people as I possibly can. So again, thank you for joining me for Perspectives. For everyone here at TaylorMade Leadership, have an amazing day and be well.